that was unnecessary.
Mama, where are these ducks?
Alright, welcome to the Hobart commuter. Got a glorious Hobart sunrise ahead there. Now I promised you guys I'd show you a bit more of the Hobart, the university coming into Hobart, which I think is going to impact on the way in which people move in the city. So it should have good implications for cycling in the city. And one of the ways in which the university is moving in is their new creative and performing arts building called the Hedberg, and that's just down on Campbell Street. So I'll take you guys down Campbell Street, and then it's just a hole in the ground at the moment, but they do have an artistic representation of what it's going to look like. So it looks quite nice. And then I'll take you past the old Conservatory of Music. That's just been announced as being sold to the Fragrance Group, which is a Singapore kind of real estate company that's really making quite a few moves into Hobart and really generating a lot of discussion in the community about what's acceptable in terms of whether or not Hobart's the kind of place that wants high rises. So there were two planned high rises. Actually, I'm not really sure if they are part of the Fragrance Group. They were just part of a Singapore group. And there's a lot of debate about whether or not they are compatible with the Hobart skyline, which is actually quite sort of historic and reasonably low level, not too many high rises. Okay, so we're in the amazing disappearing bike lane again. Now, where I want to be is on the left-hand side of the road. So that's actually where I want to turn off, and that's where the arteries, the arteries that are proposed to move through Hobart, that's where they're the next place that they link is actually on the left-hand side to move down across the wharf. So why they've put this bicycle lane on the right-hand side, I just don't understand it. I'm sure there was some method in doing this, in putting it on this side. But as it stands now, I'd rather ride actually on the other lane, because then I'm setting up for my turn off a few blocks down. But I can't do that because, number one, I'll antagonise cars, and normally I don't mind doing that too much in the interest of safety. But you know, if you've got a bike lane, it looks bad that we're given this separate infrastructure and then we don't use it as cyclists. So here's where the bike lane disappears. So now I've got to rejoin the cars. The next issue is, if I'm in that other lane, which I'm going to get in across now, I have to get across, and the police pull me over, they'll say, as a cyclist, you have to ride in the cycling lane. Now my only, see if I can stay with the traffic here a little bit, my only, alright, not today. My only excuse to that is you have to ride, so the law says that you have to ride in the cycling lane unless it's impractical to do so. So the operative word there, or the key word, is impractical. So could I argue, if I was pulled over, that it was impractical for me to be on the right-hand side of the road? Maybe, I don't know. In any case, it doesn't matter. So the Hedberg, this is Menzies here on the left. This is the Medical Research Institute, and that's basically where you go if you're studying medicine at UTAS. And then down here on the left, got a bit of clear out here, we've got the famous Theatre Royal. So there it is there with the columns, kind of Roman columns. And then this is the Hedberg side. I'm going to pull over and we'll have a little look at it. So I don't know if you can see much through that orange mess, but it's basically just a hole in the ground at the moment. Quite a significant hole. There's a lot of archaeological digs going on prior to laying the foundations, because this whole district, so let me just, so yeah, there's the site, so that's the Theatre Royal's just next to it, so this will be the whole creative performing arts, and then you'll have this beautiful oldest theatre in Australia, maybe, I think. Hobart was the second place that was colonised by the British when they came out, so it is possible. I think that Theatre Royal is the is maybe the oldest theatre in history. So there's the old facade. That's what's called the Hedberg garage. I think it was the Hedberg garage, so it was obviously a place to fix automobiles. Around 1910, I think it was first founded, and it's the Hedberg brothers. So they're going to keep that facade and then do the building around it, which I think is a really nice touch on behalf of the university to maintain that history. So check it out. There's the artistic representation. You can see the trees on the second levels. It looks really, really nice. I really hope they peep the trees up the top. So they've got trees on the level, and then they've got trees on the kind of mezzanine level there at the front. I love trees on a building. I just don't know what it is about that. So there it is. And there's actually the best one. So you can see the trees on the mezzanine. You can see the trees on the roof, and you've got people outside on kind of a rooftop garden. Oh, it's just beautiful. So it's scheduled for completion in 2019, which is about 2 years away from the time of this recording. We shall see. So the Hedberg, the name the Hedberg, obviously it's after the Hedberg brothers who had that garage. But it kind of puts me in mind of Mitch Hedberg. I don't know if anyone remembers that comedian. I'll see if I can find a clip on the internet.
You only go to a restaurant on the weekends, it gets busy, so they got to start a waiting list. They start calling out names. They say, like, Dufresne, party of two. Table ready for Dufresne, party of two. And if no one answers, they'll say the name again. Dufresne, party of two. But then if no one answers, they'll just go right on to the next name. Bush, party of three. Yeah, but what happened to the Dufresnes? No one seems to care. Who can eat at a time like this? People are missing. You people are selfish. The Dufresnes are in someone's trunk right now with duct tape over their mouth. And they're hungry. That's a triple whammy. We need help. Bush, search party of three. You can eat once you find the Dufresnes.
And it also makes me think of, what was that? Heisenberg from Breaking Bad. The Heisenberg. Which was a, kind of relates to performance art. Wonderful acting by Malcolm in the Middle's dad. All right, so just up ahead, just went around this corner here, just coming up on the right. This is the old Conservatorium of Music. It's quite a stylish kind of mosaic at the front. See if I can sort of give you guys a good look. So there it is with the kind of blue sails across the top, and that's been sold to the Fragrance Group. So you can see the mosaic there on the side. So I'm not sure what the Fragrance Group will actually put there in the old Conservatorium of Music. Probably a hotel. Like I said, one of the kind of impetus for starting this vlog was that Hobart is growing so much. It's an interesting time in the city. It's really expanding. And one of the things is there's a shortage of accommodation when people come to stay here. So there's been a raft of hotels built and stuff to be able to manage that influx. And I suspect that's what the Singapore group will do. Anyway, that's it for the Hedberg. I really look forward to seeing what comes of that. And if you're studying creative arts or performing arts at UTAS, that's really something to look forward to in the future. So I won't keep you any longer. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.